What's up, everybody? Good morning to everybody that's in the North. Oh my God, we did it. We're in North America. Some of you are probably in England having a afternoon cup of tea. Some of you it might be nighttime for you somewhere else. But folks, it is 6 a.m. It's stormy outside in Southern California. And I did it, folks. I did it. I made it through the first, unless I fall asleep, pass out, or have some tragedy happen in the next hour, I made it through the first week of ReCoop Live. I did it, guys, and I'm almost positive I'm going to live through this. So I think we can celebrate at the beginning. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? First week in the bag? That's right. 9 a.m. beach walk was amazing today. That's fantastic. Crypto for Change. Thanks for coming back, buddy. We got Vince. You guys need to put numbers in here because we got Elon Musk 420 is giving away a fearless frog. That's very kind of you, sir. Very generous of you. And thank you for, participating in the fun. I think this is an appropriate day to do it. So it all worked out. We have a lot to do today. So I think I'm going to actually just sort of dive in. I will say, one thing that I've learned this week by doing this every morning is the obstacle is the brain fog. Because yesterday I literally started this stream without having a sip of coffee. And I need to change that. So I got up much earlier today. So my wake up time keeps on getting earlier, but it's about 4:30 now. And I think if I wake up at 4:30 every morning, have a cup of coffee, allow myself that time that I like in the morning, we're going to get there. And I also spent some time yesterday working on the show. So look, I'm learning. I learned a lot this week. I'm still trying to figure out the right combination of where to stream, when to stream. I feel like right now I'm sort of not doing myself any favors on YouTube by having this stream on Twitter. But, it's also just a small audience right now while I'm figuring. And I don't actually mind that it's just us, be honest, like right now, because I'm obviously just figuring this out. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun learning this. It's a challenge and I'm excited. All right, guys, look, we had some, I wanted to talk, we're going to check the markets in a second, but we had a lot of big things coming out inflation wise today. So we got to check that. I know futures are looking pretty bad. But we'll see how it lasts. You never know. We'll get to see how the market opens. But personal consumption expenditures, folks, I never thought that this is what I was going to be talking about. When I started the ReCoop, that I was like, I'm going to be following the Fed. I need to follow the Fed more. That's not what I thought, but here we go. But the core PCE is the favorite inflation indicator of the Fed. And there was also consumer spending and personal income came out today. I think new homes sales data comes out right when we're about to end. So we probably will not talk about that. But let's just share the screen and Rail, I want the whole April. Oh, you guys are doing blow. Oh, you guys are suggesting. Imagine this guy doing coke. It's not good. Oh, wait, I shouldn't. It's not advisable, really. Not to say that I've ever done it, but I can imagine that it's a train wreck as well. Okay, so let's just move on from that. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to the world famous CNBC. You know what I'm saying? CNBC has got things going on. They're a thing. They shape narratives. They talk about the markets. All right, let's go. We're sharing the screen. Going back here. How's everybody feeling? Everybody good? I mean, I know I don't have anybody on the West Coast watching this. We all know nobody's waking up at 6 a.m. to watch this with me. So I'm glad to have friends in other parts of the world. I'm glad that I have friends in other parts of the world. Now, is that what I want? All right. I guess that's fine. Okay, so let's go back to CNBC futures. Woo, yeah, buddy. The Dow is down 1%. NASDAQ is 204.6 points, 1.7%. Okay, so let's just hear. I think the PCE was supposed to come in at 0.5%, and I think it came in at 0.6 if I read it right. But here, oh yeah, look at me. Look at me. I can read headlines, folks. Key Fed inflation measure rose 0.6% in January, more than expected. Nobody is surprised by this. So I hope you were bracing for bad inflation numbers today. Now, who knows? The stock market may open and it pumps all the hell, right? Or the hell pumps all the heaven, I guess. But the core personal consumption expenditures price index increased 0.6 for the month and was up 4.7% from a year ago. Headline inflation increased 0.6 and 5.4% respectively. All the numbers were higher than estimates. The number suggests inflation accelerated to start the new year, putting the Fed in a position where it likely will continue to raise interest rates. There it is, folks. So expect the chop. We all knew this. And yeah, let's see. Markets fell following the report. Of course they did. Consumer spending also rose more than expected as prices increased, jumping 1.8% for the month versus the estimate of 1.4%. Personal income increased 1.4%, higher than the 1.2%. And the personal savings rate was also up, rising to 4.7%. So this is going to give the Fed all the ammunition. Now, I think that, we all knew. I wonder if they're going to go 50 basis points or 25 basis points in March. It's a couple weeks away. So, you obviously, if you're a trader, which I don't know how many of you are, but you don't want to play something that's coming in 2 weeks because there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in between, right? All the numbers suggest inflation accelerated to start the new year, putting the Fed in a position where it likely will continue to raise interest rates. Yeah. And I guess other questions that you may be wondering is that, okay, so I think that the Fed has talked about like some sort of like top of between 5.25 and 5.5% interest rates. And yes, they may cap it at that, but it's also how long they stay that high. And, but then on the other side, people are going to be like, look, we're going to be in a recession and they're going to be forced, their hands are going to be forced to cut rates and, to ease all of the tightening, folks. But yeah, so there we go. It's looking like a hawkish Fed in the near future, everybody. Whatever that means. Is Bitcoin ever going to actually behave like that inflation hedge that we have always talked about? That's the question, isn't it? That's a big question for everybody. Everybody is wondering that, and it is showing more signs of that happening. All right. So there we go. Look at that. Investing playbook. You can pay money, guys. Get the free guide. Or I guess you don't have to pay money for a free guide, do you? That's cool. All right. So now let's go over to crypto and see how that's reacting to the news. All right. So I unshared that. Okay. There we go. Share it. Put my little face there. Let's get my face in there. Oh yeah. Look at that. The ReCoop up there representing. All right. So that ReCoop logo, by the way, done by Block Runner, the world famous Algorand NFT, very famous Algorand NFT artist behind the Flemish Giants, Flemish Clones, and the Fractal Tamers, Fractal Monsters, a very exciting game built on the Algorand blockchain. All right. So Bitcoin's down, but yeah, there's a bit of a decoupling happening, isn't there? Huh. It's red. I don't know. I felt, just recently, the crypto markets were reacting almost more aggressively to these inflation numbers. It's getting used to it. Yeah, it's, looks like Hedera is underperforming in the last hour. Aptos, good, by the way, near. And then our buddy Algorand is joining those They're losing a little bit more, I guess, in the last hour, but this is all pretty minor. Algorand sitting at 26. I mean, look, I would expect this to get worse over the weekend. What do you guys think? I don't know. I actually don't know. But there you go. So the crypto markets are obviously down. I mean, that kind of news and those kind of futures aren't good news for any markets. And there's lots of institutional money in crypto, right? All right. So there you go. Our blockchain. I mean, I feel like a schmuck every time I say crypto, but that's the word that we all know. I mean, that's just the word that we all know. You know what I mean? All right. So we did that. We did that, and that's cool. All right. So today is the weekly recap, right? Actually, I need a doom scroll. I'm trying to do some sort of structure. You know, a little bit of structure is going to help me, right? And yeah. And eventually I'm going to have graphics, I'm going to have animations come in where there's a new section, a new bit. I want this to be a little more produced than the average crypto show. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That's what I want, everybody. I'm going to probably say this is live and I'm constantly improvising. So you're going to hear me say, you know what I mean? And you're going to hear me say, folks, and you're going to hear me say, um, oh boy, I'm cracking myself up at 6:15 in the morning. All right, so let's just navigate the news. Let's navigate the noise. Let your buddy Coop kind of guide you through what's going on. All right. We'll start with Bloomberg. I mean, we had obviously real quick. This is like regular news, but the ReCoop recap is going to be focused. I mean, when I recap the news, really is going to be about crypto. And we have a lot of interesting things that have happened this week, and we're going to talk about it in the general markets and then also in Algorand specifically. There's a little drama happening over at Cardano that I'll touch on. I'm not an expert on it. I would love your opinions on some of this stuff too. I'll dive in. I'm interested in Cardano and that ecosystem as well. So this isn't just general and Algorand. I want to learn more about all these keep us all informed, right? We gotta know what's going on. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And I guess we'll just we'll just go to Bloomberg and see if there's anything interesting. We all know today is the 1-year anniversary of the Russia-Ukrainian war. And there's a lot of posturing happening about blaming each other. There's a lot of chatter that, Russia may do something in Moldova. Russia is accusing Ukraine that they're going to do something in Moldova to pin it on Russia. There's a lot of games happening. It's kind of what Russia was doing in the beginning of the Ukrainian war as well, right? So, you can make up your mind on what all that means, but it doesn't seem good. But I'm also not going to dwell on it because I can't do anything about it, folks. All right. So, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't be informed. Okay. Where's Bloomberg? Where are you, buddy? Bloomberg. Is this it? Oh, yeah. That's a chart. Okay. Well, we could look at this actually. Why don't we just look at this real quick? This is a Bloomberg chart from yesterday that we can, I'll share real quick. Let's do this better. It's better. So that's bigger. So, yeah. So let me look at it. So the big test, the S&P 500 fights to stay above the key uptrend line from October low. So you got this as the 200-day moving average right here. You got this as the 50-day moving average right here. And then you have this upward trend that has been coming from the October low, like the headline says. And we're right here. And it looks like the S&P 500, if it breaks right about here, what is that? If it gets to like right here, 3,900, it's going to could probably go back down here. It might test. So, I mean, look, I'm not a charts guy, folks, but that looks pretty clear. And then if we go back here to the futures, where are we? Get out of there. All right. We get back to futures. Get back to the future here. Let's go. Come on, CNBC. You're looking at it's under 4,000, so it's not actually. We'll see. We'll see. It's right there. It's right there. Testing it. Here we go. Fun. Whatever. We'll see. It's going to be all good. Everything's going to be okay. Everybody, we're all going to be fine. Cooper loves you. Okay. All right. So let's go to Bloomberg. And I guess I don't have that queued up. Drop the ball. Everybody knows that Bloomberg's my favorite. Well, you know what? I can go to the Google machine and just look it up. There we go. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to share this screen. Now we're going to Bloomberg.com. Boom. 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 Awesome. All right. China ceasefire proposal for Ukraine falls flat with U.S. allies. Yeah, they haven't exactly set themselves up to be an impartial person in this situation. I guess some could accuse the U.S. of being impartial as well. But, when the people go into the place, start murdering all the people tend to defend the people that were just at the place. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's enough of that. Okay, UK will not sign off protocol. Okay, I'm not going to read every hot headline on. Let's just see if there's anything interesting. Market signals point to rands. I don't know what that is. Could reach JP Morgan could reach 1 trillion market cap by 2030. Okay, that's what we need. Big banks. Let's get those big banks bigger. Big banks bigger. Discloses expanded probe into their credit card business. They didn't do it all above board, folks. All right, I'm not really, obviously there's some interesting stuff here, but I'm not seeing anything that I need to talk about. So I probably will stop boring you. It's set to overhaul financial. China is set to financial, giving Xi more control. I think that's what he needs. You know what? I think what Xi needs is more control. That sounds good. China probably approved dual-use items to Russia. Okay, so I guess that's probably meaning that they're sending weapons or things that can be used for weapons and other things, right? So we're always blurring the lines, folks. So when you tell your wife you didn't cheat on her, but you just got ahead, that's what that is. All right. Sorry, that's inappropriate. You guys, some of you might not like that humor. It's not even really humor. It's just kind of me thinking of anything that I can possibly say at 6:30 in the morning. Okay. And by the way, I'm not seeing the comments. Okay, there's nothing. Who cares? Bye, Bloomberg. Thank you for all that you do. Okay, let's get out of there. I'm tired of what I'm doing right with that. Okay, so so we're in 20 minutes. So we're gonna get the open in like 10, but we don't need to be right on time for that. So let's just talk about some of the news. I have some of that stuff queued up. I have some of it, but obviously the big news of the week came yesterday, and Coinbase is developing their own layer 2 on Ethereum using the OP stack from Optimism. All right. Optimism is a layer 2 using optimistic rollups on Ethereum. Optimistic rollups are a way of scaling Ethereum, folks. And what that really means, the optimistic part, I mean, I have this queued up if we want to get a little specific about that. Does everybody know what an optimistic rollup is? Basically, what they do is they take a bunch of transactions and they batch them. So instead of having to do one transaction at a time, all of these transactions get batched, and then they get sent to, basically then they send some sort of thing to the Ethereum blockchain to document it. And it's optimistic because you are optimistically hoping that all the transactions that are happening off chain are actually accurate. But there are things that will, stop that from being, there are things to make sure that there's nothing nefarious happening. There's a challenge period and things like that. But instead of me just stumbling through that with my foggy brain, oh, look at that. Okay, so I have it so queued up. Let's just look at that real quick. And you guys can, if you're confused by what I just said, you can understand it a little bit better. We'll go to ethereum.org, a small outfit, Ethereum, where people build cool things and it costs a lot of money to move around on. All right, so there we go. Let's go to ethereum.org, but this is a way to scale it. Optimistic rollups. All right, optimistic rollup is an approach to scaling Ethereum. We just talked about that. I'm pretty sure you understood that from what I said. They bundle multiple off-chain transactions together in large batches before submitting to Ethereum. The approach enables spreading fixed costs across multiple transactions in each batch, reducing fees and end users. Optimistic rollups also use compression techniques to reduce the amount of data posted on Ethereum. Optimistic rollups are considered optimistic because they assume off-chain transactions are valid and don't publish proofs of validity for transaction batches posted on chain. This separates optimistic rollups from zero-knowledge rollups that publish cryptographic proofs of validity for off-chain transactions. So you got that? So basically what happens is that you need a sequencer that will sequence these transactions and make sure that they're all in the proper thing, because obviously if you mess with the sequence of transactions, you can favor other people on their trades or whatever it is, right? So that's not good. And obviously that's a very centralized approach. And if you talk to anybody that runs an optimistic rollup, a layer 2, and maybe if you're interviewing them and you want to ask them, so what about these sequencers? They may be like, can we not talk about the sequencer? Can we just not? And that obviously is perfect for Coinbase. And no matter what a lot of us may think of Coinbase, they are a trusted exchange. So they come with a certain level of trust and and obviously distrust. There is, of course, the thing that, wow, the market is really going down and I can't trade on Coinbase right now, or whatever the situation is. But so it makes a lot of sense for Coinbase to be doing that. They're the second core dev team to be working on this OP stack. And look, is there anything else I wanted to show you? We can look at the, let's just look real quick. Let's share again, and I'll go to base. Let's just do that. We'll do this real quick. Cool. Let's just see. Let's see if we're excited. What are you guys? Are you guys excited about this? I mean, look, this is bullish I think this is about the only move that, Coinbase needed to do something like this. This is smart for Coinbase. Oh, this is just that thing. Are you guys going to get this? This isn't what I wanted to show you guys. This is for the mint. 55,000 of them have been minted, and you got 2.5 days, a little bit more than 2.5 days to get it. And I don't know, these types of things, sometimes you want to have them, right? I mean, who knows? I don't know. The gas on Base is actually going to be paid in Ethereum. Obviously, that is going to help them with regulation and things like that, not having their own token like Optimism does when the OP token. But this isn't what I wanted to show you. We can go away from this though, I guess. Okay, what is happening? This isn't what I want. Leave me alone. Wrong link. All right, but okay, this is what I wanted. All right, well, one more time, and then we'll move on. But what I wanted is about Base. There she is. Okay, cool. So there we go. About Base. I'm all about that Base. It's a cool name. Base isn't bad. It's Coinbase and Based and Bean Based and all that stuff. Okay, good job. All right, they're pretty good. They're a good company, right? They're successfully navigating these regulators. They do push back. They're clearly working with them in the background. They're balancing it. If Binance is going to get a lot of heat. Oh, there was something really interesting. Did I cue that up? I hope I did, because they said something. I'm sure I did. It's the SEC is disputing or is getting in the way of Binance acquiring Voyager. I guess we'll get to that in the recap. But okay, let's just real quick. This is interesting. this Base thing. Base is a secure, low cost, developer friendly, blah, blah, blah. Secured by Ethereum. Big features, small fees. Open source. Scaled by Coinbase. So, yeah, I mean, this is all good. I don't know. It's just going to be a centralized DeFi thing. It's going to be a KYC way into DeFi. I mean, what I don't like about it is the standard that it's sort of setting. But where are we headed? And we got to navigate these things through regulators and all that stuff. So, I mean, this is something that I'm going to at least be paying attention to. But there's no real anything that I think we understand. It's going to be an optimistic roll up. They're using the OP stack. Optimism is now, working with Coinbase. That's, if you're holding some OP tokens, you might feel good about that. And yeah, that's it. This is all mumbo jumbo. I mean, I'll probably mint that NFT. Why not? I was messing around on Ethereum yesterday. I really don't love it. I mean, there's got to be something better, right? And there is. It's called Algorand, and maybe your favorite layer one. So let's get out of there. Cool. That's nice. We did that. And all right. So let's move forward here. Coinbase, congratulations on your, what was that? That is did I have any more information I wanted to share about that? That is phase 3.5 of their secret master plan. Yeah. Seamless Coinbase integrations. Oh, well, and that's one of the major things. What Coinbase brings is like an incredible fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. So that's great. And it obviously will seamlessly integrate with Coinbase. So there we go. The Frax and other news, the Frax, I mean, some of this stuff we don't need to go. I don't need to show you an article for you to hear what I'm saying. But the Frax stablecoin is actually removing any remnants of the algorithmic part of their stablecoin. Previously, they were, it was about 92% collateralized, and then they were using, algorithms to sort of make up for the rest. But they are going to move towards being 100% collateralized stablecoin. Their community governance voted to increase the collateral. And they're paying attention. Nobody likes an algorithmic stablecoin right now. All right. It's certainly regulators. Circle, speaking of stablecoins, Circle, the team behind USDC, still wants to go public even after their SPAC failed. I think that was called Conquered. Maybe some of you were invested in it, and it stopped. They didn't do it. We had some news. Did I cue this up? I guess we don't really need to go look at anything about it. But Top Shot on Flow, is that a security? If you're in the Algorand community, you have a little history with Sport Highlights NFTs. We have a bumpy history with Sport Highlight NFTs. But, it's all in the effort, folks. We're trying. We're trying to do it. We're making progress. We're getting a wider exposure over here in Algo land. You know what I'm saying? Man, this runny nose thing, when I'm live, like I was fine. And now I've got a runny nose. It's so annoying. It's okay. So a judge thinks maybe Top Shot is a security. And at first glance, you might be like, okay, what? Come on, bro. These, are literally sports, like collectibles. This is like a baseball card or basketball card, more appropriately. Why don't we use that example? Or a signed basketball, like what memorabilia? Like, what are we talking about? Are those securities? Is Upper Deck, is Topps a secure? Like, does Topps are they? Because if I buy a pack of Topps baseball cards and I get, for example, when I was 9 years old, I bought a Upper Deck pack of baseball cards. I opened that pack and I got a signed Ted Williams card. One of the most exciting moments of my youth. Truly. And it's about the only baseball card I have left. Now I have a bunch of basketball cards because my son is absolutely obsessed. And it's so fun. But, and I love it. And it's an expensive habit that I enabled because it's fun for me as well. But anyways, it doesn't matter. When I got that Ted Williams card, is that a security? That was, I paid, or my mom paid $3 or $2 for that pack. And I got a $1,000 card inside, right? I think it's only worth, I don't know what it's worth now. It was worth like 600 back then. I'm just assuming good old Teddy Will, who was born and raised in my local area in Martinez, California, I think. But yeah, but when you look a little deeper, the judge is making a bigger point. And the judge is saying Dapper Labs, which does the NBA Top Shop, is also the people behind the Flow blockchain. And the Flow blockchain is a private blockchain, right? That Dapper Labs does. And they're saying, well, essentially, if Dapper Labs doesn't do Flow blockchain anymore, what happens to these collectibles? So you were relying on the performance of Dapper Labs, if I'm understanding that correctly. And if you guys think I'm wrong, put it in the comments. At the end of today, I'm going to be going through the comments and responding to all of that. I've been kind of messily interacting with you guys throughout, and I think that I probably need to stay focused and keep my line, because you guys will send me in all types of different directions. And it usually will be funny directions, and then I lose my focus. And at this time in the morning, it is fragile. My focus is fragile, folks. And most times of all days, all minutes of the day, my focus is fragile, certainly in the morning. But anyways, it's plausible that, so this is the quote from the judge. It's plausible that the Top Shop Moments value is derived almost entirely from continued operation of Dapper Labs and Flow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can see an outcome that is positive for Top Shot, and Flow. I mean, I see holes in that, but I'm not going to think too deeply about that right now. But maybe you guys have opinions that I'll react to later. And like I hinted at earlier, let me just see. I might have queued it. Let's see. That's real quick. Crypto exchanges have 30 days to register with Canadian regulators. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm at Blockworks right now. That's base. I don't even need that. Okay, no more optimistic. Nobody cares. This wizard hat doesn't matter. There's Twitter. Some interesting news in Algorand governance, right? By the way, they're listening. I love that. It's good. I think it's good. Okay, I'm talked about that already. We've moved on. That's some Algorand news that we'll get to later. SEC. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. I found it. All right. So that is, what is this? Where am I? I guess, this is CoinDesk. Okay, cool. Good. I got it, folks. I got it. CoinDesk. There we go. Let's share it. And we'll share that. We'll do that. And let's go look at this article. So the SEC is objecting to Binance's deal to buy $1 billion worth of crypto assets from the Voyager blockchain, and their little deal about giving the people a percentage back. I'm sure this is frustrating for people that were holding things on Voyager and hoping to but this is the reason I'm pulling this up is this part of it right here. And this just tells me, I think, everything we need to know, folks, right? It's the debtor's burden to present credible evidence that the provisions of the plan are feasible and not in violation of applicable law. Okay, fine. That's not what I'm talking about. It's this section right here. The regulator also cited media reports, not anything that they would know outside of media reports, that Binance is bracing itself to pay penalties for past infractions of money laundering and corruption law as evidence that the deal could become unfeasible and impossible to consummate. I mean, is anybody else a little worried about what that means for Binance? So basically what the regulators are saying is they don't think there's other reasons why, and there's legal reasons, whatever that is. But they're also saying that from what they're hearing from the media is that there's going to be such insane fines for money laundering and corruption law and breaking corruption law that they don't even think they'll have $1 billion, which Binance is a multi-billion-dollar company. So either this fine is going to be insane, or or Binance, who knows how Binance is how it's structured. But that seems interesting. So there is clearly, so they're bracing itself. So there's clearly going to be a huge fine. Is it going to be something like Kraken's 30 million? No, because that was just a unregistered securities staking, kind of taking down your pal that's trying to be friends with you for a while, but you just showed off to your other friend that you like a little bit more by stomping them in the face. Prove to your new friend that you don't like your old friend. Whoa, that was a terrible analogy, but the point is that was small time. That was $30 million. Now, I said a few days back, if we got some sort of fine like 30, 40, 50, even $100 million for Binance, then I think that's pretty bullish for the entire industry. I think that'll take a lot of pressure off. But based on this and the $1 billion that Binance was trying to pay for these assets, and they're saying that they won't be able to do it because of what's coming down the line, is pretty intense. So I don't know. There you go. So we'll see. I guess we could go look at Twitter real quick and see if there's anything that's happened. We can let's do that actually, just to follow up on this. Let's go to Twitter. Okay. I don't actually want to, those are queued up, so I don't want to screw that up. So Twitter, let's go here to CZ. Let's just see anything CZ is talking about. CZ minutes. There we go. There he is. Did you see John Woods, the CTO of the Algorand Foundation, yesterday on the Binance channel? That guy does such a good job. He'll be on the ReCoop Live soon too, by the way. Probably nothing. There's nothing new. Probably nothing. Spotify is testing that. I mean, there's some more news. We'll let CZ talk about it. Spotify is testing playlists that could be unlocked by NFT holders. That's cool. That's fun, man. See, this isn't going away. This is not going away. All right. There's all this. Since the beginning of the Ukraine crisis a year ago, Binance has remained committed to helping those affected locally and abroad. In our yearly report, all right, whatever. Okay, there's nothing. Binance has nothing for me. You got nothing for me, Binance or CZ. That's all. Oh, I didn't even share it. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So what else was I going to say here about news? Or are we just going to move on to Algorand? Do you guys want to talk about Algorand? Does anybody like Algorand? I think you guys do. I think I have some people out there that like Algorand. So I mentioned, excuse me. I mentioned it earlier. I should actually be checking these comments just in case things aren't going right. I probably will. Let's share this. My buddy, friend of the show, Governor Zen, hooked me up with this information first thing this morning. It's good. I'm glad that he sent this to me because I may have missed it. And here we go. So let's go look at it. So huge governance news has listened to community feedback, and we have made it clear that relief funds was the XGov's job. Measure 2 left has been replaced with the targeted DeFi boost. Now, I actually don't know what that targeted DeFi boost is, so we'll learn this together. Okay, Audrey, I mean, this is a good system. Look, I like it. They're listening. They're adjusting. This is what governance should look like. Based on your feedback and discussions with the Governance Advisory Committee, we have decided to table the project relief pool. I think, if you watched a few days ago when we talked about this on Wednesday during the algo rant, that's basically what I was saying and what we were saying in the chat. So that's fun. We are only one quarter away from XGovs being able to vote on community proposals, and we want to allow XGovs the opportunity to consider those applications as part of the program. Absolutely. Perfect decision. I love it. This is a good decision. I mean, it also probably highlights a little bit of the foundation's frustration with a headline naming their DAO thing XGov, when they're 1 quarter away. So the GP6 measures are going live on the governance today. Okay, so we're ready to go. Boosting the DeFi allocation by 5 million from 15 million to 20 million. Awesome. Guys, if you are outside the Algorand ecosystem and you're still watching this, you didn't shut this off because I said I was about to talk about Algorand. If you're still out there, Algorand, there isn't a lot of boosted DeFi out there. Algorand is still boosting it. We want you to come over. We want you to see how quickly, all of the great things that I did not experience when I was using Ethereum yesterday. Now, I know that you have your favorite protocol that probably moves pretty fast as well, but Algorand's also on a very fast pace to being fully decentralized. There's a lot of good things about Algorand. I'm excited about it. I've been excited about it for 2 years. That's not changing now. So that's exciting too, right, folks? All right, and then new, measure 2. Let's talk about it. Reallocate the 5 million boost to a targeted DeFi rewards program, allowing DeFi protocols to apply for the boost based on qualifying criteria. More details on the governance portal soon. The new proposal is based on Guardian's idea, which is Riley Rueda from Guard, and it might ignite the impact that Rome foresees with their liquidity provision idea, which I have noted down to discuss with my team to investigate feasibly. All sounds good to me. Okay, so this looks like, was that Riley? I think so. I like that Mingo. If you guys are also outside of the Algorand ecosystem, which you're probably not still, doesn't matter. We're good. We're working towards that. I would like to have a wider crowd coming in here and learning about all the things, but that doesn't matter. We are where we are. And that is a Mingo from the Mingo verse. And that's a very popular NFT project on the Algorand ecosystem. There is a lot of fun things on there, mostly friends.xyz site. You can go on quests. You can do all types of cool stuff. All right. All DeFi protocols, namely DEX, lending, derivatives, and stablecoin with at least 500,000 algos in TVL should be able to receive discretionary algo to distribute to the community via high-value actions to their protocols. Protocols should receive 7,500 algo per 500,000 algo they had in TVL the previous quarter. TVL should be calculated based on the mean number of algo they had on DeFi Llama. The most algo any protocol should be eligible for is 1.5 million a quarter, as to not give any one protocol too much of an advantage. This proposal not only should be brought to the community this governance period, but also would be a game changer for Algorand. During the Aeneas distribution, we had the most outside interest in Algorand that we have ever had. We also had the deepest liquidity to trade against. On other chains, the effect of distributing rewards like these can be easily seen. For example, on Osmosis, they have 200 million in liquidity thanks to their deep incentives to trade against. And in Optimism, after they introduced incentives, their TVL skyrocketed. And they also got a partnership. They also got the Coinbase dev team to work on the OP stack. Given that strong DeFi is a requisite for any strong chain, you know what, Riley? I also, by the way, I got to give a shout out to Riley from Guard. During Algo Fest on her DeFi panel, she was representing that classic, ethos that really resonates with me. Jesus, sorry guys, really resonates with me. And so, she's a smart one, and they at Guard have had to weather some adoption issues, but they continue to grow and create cool new features. So, I think a lot of us have kind of slept on Guard a bit, and I'm going to be giving it more of a closer look moving forward. All right, so there's that. Cool. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that XGov platform, and I think that that's going to be really good just for the community in general, that we feel like we're part of it all. And it seems like the foundation is trying to work on that. All right, so cool. There's that. So, and then we got some other stuff here, guys. We got, I'll share my screen here. The Algo Gaming Guild has acquired Algo Seas, which is a NFT marketplace. And the Algo Gaming Guild is, they're working on an upcoming platform called Cooldown. And Cooldown is going to be a gaming only marketplace. And if you're paying attention, games are growing on Algorand. There's a lot of different games coming. And I think I'm going to do a dedicated video that is not live. And I'm going to talk about all of those things, and I'm going to break it down so I can give you a better overview of that on video. But if you're looking for that overview of the Algorand gaming community and you don't care to see my face delivering it to you, you could also just go follow Algo Gaming Guild and check out all of their stuff. They do a weekly newsletter, and they keep everybody updated on their stuff. So yeah, congrats Algo Gaming Guild on acquiring Algo Seas. I know Algo Seas was probably that wasn't the top that wasn't the top NFT marketplace on Algorand. I think maybe some of you had never even heard of it, and that's probably why this happened. Algo Gaming Guild got a good deal on this, and they're going to be able to easily integrate that into what they're building. And we've also had a bit of a. I'll get out of there for a second. Oh, did I not share it? Damn it. I had this, guys. Look, you can see it. There it is. I was looking at an article. Look, I'm still figuring this out, folks. I'm trying to move fast, and I'm trying to, keep this a little less self-referential. So that's what's happening. But okay, that's done. Okay, but you heard me say it. Now, well, in funny news, you have Sale GP got ripped apart by heavy bearish winds that are like happening right now. Did you guys see that? I could show you a picture, but are we really gonna travel? Am I gonna go find that? It's a funny picture. You can look it up. It's the Sale GP Algorand. They sponsor the Canadian team, I believe. And a while back on my show, when everything was getting bearish and everything just seemed like it was getting bad, I joked about it having a hole in it. And then now there was some images of that Algorand Sale being destroyed in crazy winds, which actually there's pretty crazy winds outside for me right now. But okay, so let's actually share the screen on this next thing, which would be this, I guess. We have John Woods in Abu Dhabi. Is that this? I don't know. Breaking news, Abu Dhabi launches $2 billion fund. And I think it is Algorand, Polygon, and Ethereum. I guess we can go here. Share this tab instead. Yep. Yes, sir. That's what I want. Yep. Cool. Oh, look at that. I can actually navigate. I didn't know. Let's see. Ledgernomic, Algorand, Polygon, and Binance. My bad. Algorand, Polygon, and Binance join forces with Hub 71 to drive Web3 innovation in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's Hub 71, based at Abu Dhabi's global markets, announced yesterday that it has signed an MOU with blockchain companies Algorand, Polygon, and Binance. I mean, guys, I love this. Are you kidding? Look, we just got to navigate this bear market and do it with me. Let's do it. Let's do it together. We can do this. Hey, this is Algorand Foundation. Get out of here. I'm not giving you my email. Oh, there we go. There's the X. Building on the momentum from Decipher 22, Algorand's presence in the UAE is growing. Alongside Binance and Polygon, we signed an MOU yesterday with Hub 71 in Abu Dhabi. We continue expansion in the fastest growing Web3 markets. Absolutely. And then if you guys are paying any attention, here, let's go back here and I'll go to John Woods. I retweeted that this morning. Here, I'll share my screen. Let's unshare this. And let's go to, we'll go back to Twitter. Share it. Boom, boom, boom. And then let's go to Twitter and let's look up John Woods. Pretty soon, I'm going to make sure John Woods, I want John Woods to literally be my friend. I'm going to make John Woods my friend. I like this guy. John Woods, the long boy. That guy's awesome. I like him. And if you meet him in person, he's you guys know what I'm talking about. So we got John Woods right here. Abu Dhabi was wonderful. What a buzzing place for Web3 innovation. Algorand is partnering with Hub 71 on this journey. And this video, I watched it this morning. We don't need to play it, but he's excited. He's excited about Abu Dhabi. He's excited for people to develop on build on the Algorand blockchain. So cool. Good afternoon, good evening, John, if you happen to be watching. All right. So let's unshare this. Let's look here. Let's just check. Oh, we also had Napster. Napster acquired Mint Songs. I think this happened a little while ago, but still, it's good. Mint Songs is an NFT marketplace, which will allow Napster to really start to move into Web3. If you don't know, Napster was acquired by HiveMind, which is a VC that is closely related to Algorand. And also Algorand is a owner of Napster. And that Mint Songs will be a NFT marketplace, which will allow Napster to sell, artist collectibles. I don't know. You'll be able to sell digital collectibles. So they're moving. I think that was their first Web3 acquisition. The people behind Mint Songs are being kind of brought into the Napster fold. So we'll see, but that's also pretty bullish, folks. Look, I understand there's probably a lot more news that we could talk about. I think I want to stop talking about the news, and I'm going to go look at the market. Let's see how the market's reacted to those inflation numbers. Is something, counter that, and now is pumping, because that is kind of what's been happening lately. Is you think something's going to happen, still looks pretty red. All right, let's go back. We're right here. I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to go to CNBC. Oh yeah, no, it's not pumping. Oh boy, nope, not exactly pumping. Not much worse than what we saw, though. The Dow is down 450 points. NASDAQ is 218. We're going to get these real estate numbers in about 5 minutes. We're getting a pullback. U.S. unveils $2 billion in Ukraine aid, sanction tariff hikes on Russia a year after the invasion. So we're applying pressure. The U.S. is applying pressure. Joe Biden showed up to Kiev last week. I think that Russia tried to respond by testing one of their, nuclear capable missiles, and it failed. I'm expecting a response from Russia, but are they able to even really do it? They are. Stop underestimating them, I'm sure. But anyways, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, Tesla's down. NVIDIA's cooling off, but NVIDIA and those chips, man, those AI chips, that's very narrative driven and good. Yeah. So all we're seeing really is that the market is probably going to, we'll see, it will get worse. Let's just look real quick at crypto before we sign off, see if there's any changes. And nope, that's wrong thing. We'll go to CoinMarketCap one last time. No, it's not cooling off at all. It is literally it's actually up. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's actually up in the last hour with the market doing that. Al goes down a little. I mean, it's 26 and a half. We were hoping for 30, but all right, look at that. I guess we could real quick before we go, let's just look at Blockworks, see if there's any interesting articles there. Any interesting, that's not it. Blockworks, let's just go to Blockworks. Sometimes I like Blockworks better than I like CoinDesk. I mean, it's all, they all have an agenda. You just have to read through the agenda, folks. Cool. Blockworks, what do we got? Let's refresh. This has got to be old. Okay, stablecoin dominance at 9-month low after SEC targets Binance Dollar. Stablecoin, no, we already, okay. Yep. Permissionless. Crypto exchanges have 30 days to register with Canadian regulators. Reddit co-founder wishes he bought more Ether in the 2014 presale. Don't we all? That's Captain Obvious over there. Nope, nothing that's going to end crypto in the news. Exciting. No death to crypto. We need another death to crypto. Doesn't it feel like we need another, like crypto is going to die before we can actually go to all-time highs, or am I just hoping to buy the dip? You guys can tell me that in the comments. Oh, I promised I was going to look at this, and we're almost running out of time. But I'm just going to look at. I just want to see if there's anything we should just touch on before I go, because I'm gonna try to sign off the computer for a few minutes after this. So I just want to know. This is like Cooper's morning papers from the artist way. All right. Oh wait, why am I not using the mouse? Okay. Am I even sharing this? Let's make sure I'm sharing this. I am sharing this. Good. Oh man, it's so much easier with the mouse and the stupid trackpad. God. Week's low over inflation. So I guess it did fall back to the week's low. EA founder Trip Hawkins joins Web3 gaming startup. All right. No, there's nothing new. There's nothing new. I hear my children in the background. They're waking up. They're getting up. They want daddy to get off the computer, stop talking to the people. Let's end this. Let's do this. Let's look at the comments. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We made it to the end of the week. I'm so excited. I'm so great. My bad. I got Tommy. The two great lies. You mean Tommy Fury? Okay, you guys are talking about Tommy Fury. Jesus Christ. What are we talking about? What are gains? Is that? Oh, you guys are talking about taxes. Hell yeah. IRL, lofty off ramp. That is. Thank you. Actually, thank you. Great news that IRL, I guess, brought up. Is I do need, especially during the Algorand news, I need to be looking in the comments, because you guys will be hooking me up with stuff. Taxation is theft. Eliminate all tax. Okay, you guys are doing great. If you were running Algorand for one day, what change would you? This guy loves to put me on the spot for like, what would you propose? What would I change? If I could change, well, to be honest, they are addressing the things that I have had concerns for. So I'm optimistic that they are addressing it. Obviously, there's been things from the beginning. I've been worried about the centralization in relay nodes. That's been a problem. Now, currently, I'm a little worried about when we decentralize the relay nodes, will the chain be as performant? So if I were running Algorand, and I think they're actually really already doing this, it would be that mixed with making it a better developer environment. And they're doing that with AlgoKit. So I think that does reveal why I am so affectionate towards John Woods, that these seem like very important things to him. And I also love privacy. I would be yelling at Silvio. I'd be like, hey, Silvio, where is this privacy layer? Come on, man. You guys, you can nail it. Obviously, Silvio, the one of the founders of ZK, zero knowledge proofs, could handle this. So I'm excited to see what they do. I know that they're working on it. So look, I want to decentralize relay nodes. I want that but I also want it to perform well. So there's obviously going to be something there that's going to make sure that crappy relay nodes aren't able to join the thing. And I'd be emailing Silvio a lot about the privacy layer. Okay. This feels exciting. Bromance is real. Okay, wait, who are you guys? Man crush? Oh, let's go. Yes, there is a man crush for sure. This feels exciting. Algorand and Web3. Algo is getting big in India too. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Of course. We got out of Decipher. We got the news that they were putting healthcare records on the NFTs on the Algorand blockchain in India. And then we also have, when we talked about it earlier in this week, we talked about it on Wednesday, about that tech hub in India using Algorand as their layer 1 blockchain. And I think the only layer 1 that they are partnering up. So that's good. I have proof of them kissing Crypto for Change. In fact, took that picture, I believe. Doofy sent a photo. Oh, is it oh God, let's do it. Did you, hold on, before we go, I said I was going to do this. Okay, I do need to get up though. I need to get off, but let's just, buddy man. It's Buddy Man. Very funny member of the Algorand NFT ecosystem. He is the founder and the creator of, he also has a cool hands. If you know Hands, the guy that does the hands, he has a profile. Okay, let's just share the screen so you guys can all see what I'm talking about instead of me just talking about it. And then I'm going to have to sign off after this, but this is Doofy. He said he sent me a photo, but I don't see that. Get out of my, let's close my DMs, because who wants to see those? I guess you guys might, but there's nothing in there. Okay. And then, yeah, so here we go. He got what is it? A Haramboy, whatever, however you want to say it, but those look good. I like the devil. The devil's good. He is a little devilish. His foolish uncles. Let's look at this. Where is it? Where's that funny Buddy Man Yells? I want to show this before we go. But see, we're seeing some of his art. Doofy is to be, Buddy Man is to be supported. Like I said, he's a funny guy and really great artist, right? I guess he's showing us the line draw. He's actually drawing this stuff, cool stuff. That's cool. The cans, that's Algo cans, I think that's called. Where's it? Oh, okay, this is like 700 and this was oh my God, wasn't this funny? Did you guys watch this? Holy crap. If I had time, I would make you guys watch it. Oh God, this is so funny.
ScarJo is in it as well. Good evening, my fellow Americans. I've made a huge mistake. Are you familiar with the 2011 film We Bought a Zoo? The Matt Damon picture. ScarJo is in it as well, although her performance isn't anything to shake a stick at, if I'm being honest. It was directed by Cameron Crowe, the fellow who made Jerry Maguire.
I don't have time to do the whole 2 minutes. You should go to doofy.algo's profile or go to mine. I retweeted this too. We were laughing in a DM about it. What the hell is that? That's funny. Okay, come on. That looks nice. Is somebody sending it to me? I'm not going to open my DMs. Don't tempt me. Come on. Now I'm losing you guys. Well, at least we got to scroll. It's Buddy Man's. Use the mouse, bro. Oh, there it is. Found it. Go. We got to do some more regular. I like this. Buddy Man, if you want a regular spot on the ReCoop, I think this would be a fun bit for us to do on a regular basis. Buddy Man Yells, AlgoFam special, scammers face backlash while scamming, AI or idiots on computers. Fast market favors fast art, slow art in shambles. I like that. Is mental health a legit reason to stop scamming? To stop scamming. We make wormhole. Investors don't give a shit if we make anything. All right. This is all funny, man. This guy's got a great sense of humor, blah, blah, blah. I love it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week, Monday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to start waking up at 4:30 a.m. I was talking to a buddy. I was telling him I was getting up at 5 a.m. and he's like, my dream is to wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. So in some odd way, I am living my friend's very stupid dream. Okay. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to keep doing this. I'm having fun. Look, by waking up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm actually ending this with energy. And I don't feel like this was an unmitigated disaster. I appreciate you guys. I was going to do something that I wanted to kind of document who has been here this week, but we'll do that on Monday. I just need to get somebody to help me kind of when you go into I'm going to make you do something and I need somebody to help me document that. So if there's anybody out there that wants to help me with that on Monday morning, reach out to me. It's going to be an easy job. But there's something I want to do just to kind of document who is here early for this show. All right, guys. All right. Thank you so much. See you in a couple